Bumps, wet, rough, or uneven floor surfaces, and debris demand your full attention. Any of these can upset your load or unbalance your lift truck. You must drive with extra caution when in this type of environment. If you notice any debris on the floor, stop your truck, pick up the debris, and put it in the proper container. Wet or oily floors can also be a hazard. Braking and steering can become greatly reduced or non-existent. Therefore, only operate on clean, dry floors. To remove a pallet out of a rack position, the following steps should be taken. Line up the truck with the position of the pallet so that the truck is square and is approximately 12 inches back from the rack. Only raise the forks when your truck is in position. Keep forks level and extend reach mechanism until the front face of the forks reaches the pallet. Lift the forks just enough to clear the pallet off the rack. Ensure that the far end of the load is fully supported. This can be accomplished by a slight upward tilt. Do not lift too high, or you could crush the load on the rack above. Retract the reach mechanism and lower when the load is completely clear of the rack. To place a pallet into a rack, follow these steps. Make sure the path is clear, and tell anyone nearby to stand away because you will be lifting. Before lifting, you should do a quick mental check to question things such as weight of the load, whether the load is stacked securely, and whether or not it will fit into the rack. Turn the narrow aisle lift truck slowly to align with the opening in the rack. Raise the forks to the correct height. Extend the reach mechanism, remove back tilt, and lower the load carefully. Retract the forks, then lower while remaining at a complete stop. Some operators feel it is acceptable to lift or lower the load while they are traveling. This is absolutely wrong. The truck must be completely stopped. Moving a load while in motion affects your stability, reduces visibility, and increases the chances of hitting overhead objects such as sprinklers or heating systems. Watch for low doorways and debris that can upset your load. Narrow aisle lift trucks are not normally intended for operation on a grade. It is recommended that you consult the manufacturer's operating procedures. If you must operate your narrow aisle truck on a ramp or incline, it requires extra caution and care. Never turn on a ramp and never drive along the edge of ramps, raised docks, or platforms, as this can cause a tip over. While carrying a load, the load should be upgrade when going up or going down. If the truck is not carrying a load, the fork should be downgrade when going up or going down. Never attempt to operate a narrow aisle truck on a ramp that is a grade of more than 10%. Loading docks are busy places for pedestrians and equipment. On average, a lift truck may pass over a dock 100,000 times a year, so there are plenty of chances for accidents to occur. Statistics show that over 7% of accidents happen in the loading dock area. Narrow aisle lift trucks are not designed to work on trailers. Counterbalance lift trucks or pallet trucks are better designed for this purpose. The tractor trailer must be safely secured against the dock. Its brakes must be engaged, and wheel chocks must be properly installed. Lift truck operators are responsible for ensuring that the trailer is ready for safe loading or unloading. Once the tractor trailer is secured, carefully position the dock levelers in place. Make sure that there is proper lighting in the area. Poor lighting increases the chances of injury and/or product damage. Inspect the floor of the trailer to ensure that it is in good condition and that the combined weight of the truck and load do not exceed the maximum weight capacity of the trailer. When backing up, stop at the end of the trailer and look both ways for pedestrians. Accidents on the dock may happen any day. By knowing the safety hazards in this area, you can make the loading dock a safe place to work. While Paul Baker was traveling down an aisle, he could not see Jeff at the electrical panel. Paul's load was high, but he did not take the time to turn his truck around and travel in reverse with the load properly positioned. Even though he looked side to side, his vision was greatly hindered. At just the wrong time, Jeff walked out in the aisle as Paul drove by. As a result, Jeff suffered a broken leg and mild concussion. When it comes to pedestrian safety, one rule always applies, and that is, pedestrians have the right of way. Other important rules to keep in mind. When approaching intersections or blind spots, stop and sound your horn to alert any people that might be in the area. Stop the vehicle completely at blind spots, look around, and check wall mirrors for oncoming traffic or pedestrians. Make sure that you always check behind you before you begin to back up. Never allow any passengers on your truck, and never drive towards anyone, especially when they're up against a solid object. Order pickers have a few extra safety rules, and these are: always wear an approved safety harness every time you get on the truck. Never use the truck to load or unload racks, as this is not what they were designed for. Keep your hands inside the compartment while moving the truck. In case the electrical system does not work, a raised man can be lowered manually by releasing the safety down relief valve located here in the front compartment. Professional forklift operators take their jobs seriously and know the limitations of their equipment. We hope that you have found this video helpful to familiarize you with your narrow aisle truck and encourage you to use what you've learned to drive safely.